Hey y'all, it's CherokeeStarfish back with some more Might and Magic 7 for Blood and Honor. I hope that you were here last week for our previous episode, because if you were, then you will know that our characters, being level 54 here, have got a bunch of skill points to spend. Now, some of them I have already spent, as you will see. We can see here that all of Simone's magic skills have made it up to rank 5 finally. Tuvok is rank 10 in everything, of course. He's rank 7 in staff, alchemy, meditation. Same thing for Saroma. We've boosted up her mace and her shield. We've got meditation ready to go to master level. So we're pretty good. We've got a few things to pick up, but look, we've got skills left over. And, I mean, not all of them are going to be, like, super worth it. I mean, those 5 points I'll probably just drop in bow, unless somebody has a different opinion, for example. But look, Simone has 38, Saroma has 19, and y'all, our boy here, Zoltan III, has 126 skill points that he's not used yet. Check that out. Can you believe it? He's come a long way, because look at this. He has more skills than anyone else. And all of them are pretty much at, like, I don't know what to call it, the maximum minimum? You know, like, he's got enough ranks to achieve the highest level of training that he's going to be able to get in any of these skills. So that means that all 126 of these ranks are free game. We can put them anywhere that we want. And I'm going to leave that mostly up to you. So, yeah, think about that, and I'm going to start heading around, and real quick, we're going to pop by all of the appropriate places, and we are going to grab the training levels that we do not yet have. We're going to start here with staff. And then we have some major stuff to get out of the way. I went right past staff. Master of the staff is Bracada in the southwest. Well, let's see here. I don't think we have... Yeah, we don't have a Bracada beacon anymore, which is a shame, because that's one of the places that we are going today. I'll tell you what we will do, though. We need to go around and reset all of our decaying Lloyd's beacons to make sure that we do not lose any of them. And that way we can jump around to these places. No big deal. We just got to make sure that we switch appropriately back and forth between recall and set. I have done that before, y'all. It is never a good feeling when you are hopping around with your Lloyd's beacons to set a beacon over top of, like, another one, like to teleport to Avlee and accidentally erase your Tatalia beacon. Oh my goodness gracious. That is no fun. Come on, Tuvok, wake up. Speaking of Tatalia, we'll head there next. Why does everybody here... Did you see that? That happened last time we teleported here, too. The villagers keep spawning, like, 3-person heights above the ground and then just dropping. Okay, we don't have to worry about the maze. That's our working beacon slot, so we've just got one more of these. We'll do Stone City, because you never know when we're going to have to go back there. And actually, since we're here in Stone City, you know, something that we haven't done. We did do this in the Elflands. We haven't done it here. Is, check this out. Now, ignore that our jewels are yellow. because of course that just means that below us some of those troglodytes have respawned. But check this out. All of this treasure up here, right? So we've not been up there yet because that is the Dwarf King's treasury. Oh, those stupid troglodytes. Oh my goodness gracious, get away. There we go. Now the trick is getting back up here without bumping into someone and having one of these dwarves negate our invisibility. Gross. There we go. Leave. Leave. It may just be faster to loop around and go back through the main square. There we go. Thank goodness. Oop. Aha! Almost got me. So if we head up here, we're going to get one of those messages. Right? There's the waterfall back out. That says... Oh, they didn't. Usually you get a message that says, hey, this is the Dwarf King's treasury. You shouldn't be in here. Not this time. I cannot believe after all of this. Look, she's got almost 1,000 hit points and Simone still has the lowest endurance. That is wild to me. What is this? Blue barrel. Everybody's personality is okay except for Tuvok's, and that makes a lot of sense, actually, when you know Tuvok, doesn't it? Let's just sneak around here real quick. Oh. That was very close. Purple barrel. Whose speed needs to be boosted? Tuvok again. Let's go around this way. Have to be careful of these little fellas. Let's see. Intellect. You know, I'm actually going to give that to Saroma just because that's going to make her intellect a nice even 100. Now, Simone, if you would.
I got it.
Now, nothing up here is going to be great. I'm just trying to stay in character because we're evil, we haven't been up here, and the dwarves, at the very least, have a, you know, a reasonable amount of cash.
I got it.
It's not much of a treasury,
There's no
really.
room.
Okay, well then Zoltan can hold it. There's nothing else over there. I don't think. I'm gonna go back and try to see. I think there may be one more item over there. Oh. Wow. Oh, see? It just took them a minute.
Ow! I don't know.
Darn it. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to show this off. So there we go. We can't cast Armageddon in here. And it's a shame.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh. Bugger off. Okay, let's see here. Where do we need to go first? Bracada, that's right.
Ow!
Diddly-do. I'm loading it simply because that's going to be too much trouble, more than it's worth, for very little payoff. I'll go back in there later and grab everything and then save it. But for now, there we go. Okay, it's Bracada time. I always say it like that because of, oh, what's his name? Yogg. Oh, Lord, get out of the way. Yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. See, look. Everything's okay. Now, let's see. Staff. Identify item master. Where is the staff master? We have been to their house. But yeah, in Heroes of Might and Magic 3, Yogg, one of the, like, iconic characters, has his own campaign where he is a wizard that wants to be a barbarian. And he speaks very disparagingly of his homeland. And he always says it with that sort of, like, sneer in his voice. Bracada. Bracada. Ugh. Like it's gross. Light magic, meditation master. I'm finding all of the people that I don't need anymore. That we've already learned from. Let's see here. Over here. I think it's one of these. It said like the Southwest. Applebee. Maybe this one. Thrilling nighttime flying adventures. Master the staff. Here we go. 5,000 gold. Boom. We do not need Jillian Mithrit's services because he cannot learn Grandmaster. Only she can learn Grandmaster, and she already has it. Alright. Okay, so let's see. Alchemy, meditation, mace, and shield is what we're after. Alchemy, meditation, mace, and shield. So before I go herring off anywhere else, let's see if any of the rest of those are also in Bracada, because sometimes I cannot remember. Okay, let's see. Identify item. Master of Meditation is... Oh my goodness, we just passed her and I forgot that we needed it, so we'll go back to her house. That's me. You know, I've only played this game for over 20 years. It's not like I really ought to know where anything's at. Especially not on the first try. Doodly-doo. Here we go. My friend, she lives with the light magic expert. Here we go now. Watch closely. Boom. Boom. Nice. Okay, so 537 spell points, 445 spell points. So right there you can see that's a jump of about 35. He got just a little bit more because I believe that sorcerers get more than pretty much anybody except for probably warlocks, I think. No, not in this game, because y'all chose the Path of Darkness, and so light magic and dark magic are campaign locked or story locked. You have to choose one or the other. So if we had chosen the Path of Light, we could learn light magic. Since we chose the Path of Darkness, we can only learn dark magic. Now in Might and Magic 6, the two are not mutually exclusive. They have different requirements for training them, but you can get both. And so, it is a little bit different. Which is a shame, because light magic is quite good. I think that Might and Magic 7, the light magic is much better than in Might and Magic 6. In 6, dark magic is just the ultimate. You know, like if you have to choose between the two, absolutely I would take dark magic every time if I can only get one of them. But for Might and Magic 7, it's a really tough choice, honestly. It's really a tough choice. Let's see. Nylon. And let's see. Oh, yeah, we killed everyone who displeased us last time, so we should be safe here. And if you weren't there for that episode, then go check out my YouTube channel after you give me a subscription here, or a follow, or whatever Twitch calls it. All that social media stuff that you hear all the time. Not this one. This one. That's the house I'm looking for. But you can head over to YouTube. Okay, no. This is why I was thinking that the Water Magic Master was in a house with somebody else. She is. This is the Learning Master. It's not there. So she has to be over this way. But yeah, I highly recommend you check out the rest of this series and Might and Magic 6 as well. I have played both on the channel, and they're both great games. And I would love nothing more than for my adventures here that I'm sharing with all of you now to inspire you to try these games for yourself, because there is a reason why after 20 plus years I am still playing them. It's wild. I can tell you, I think it's because my brain only hangs on to the last thought I have in a chain, and so I can tell you exactly where the Grandmaster of Alchemy is. But the Master, it's going to take me several tries. Here. And some of y'all have been on to me to pick up my toys. Where? Oh, he's up there. Okay. No. Not you. Not you. Now, on the other hand, here we have an example of a name that perhaps is less of a compromise than Elsbeth Winterspoon. Christine Nosewort. She looks like a nosewort. Here's Elsbeth. See, there's Lucid Apple. I can tell you exactly which island she's on in Avlee. Here we go. Ta-da! Now we can mix our own white potions. Also, does she not look like our original teacher? Dorothy. Yep, Lucid Apple. Unfortunately, not quite as good as like Fiona Apple. Then we'd have a soundtrack. Let's see. Oh, no, wait, that is... Yeah, okay, that's already garbage. This over here. Okay, that should be it. So, we need to place the rest of these skill points, and then we're going to get on with our adventure. Double checking real quick, and y'all see if I missed something, because remember I did do that over here with Identify Monster. I put 10 ranks in this for him, and then I flew around forever without actually getting master level training because he couldn't get Grandmaster until he became a bounty hunter and got that final promotion. So you double check my work and make sure that there are no rank 7 skills that are only at expert training, or no rank 10 skills that are only at master. But I think that we're good, y'all. I think that that's it. And I will, there we go, because that rounds him out to 5 since he can't get any further training in there. So, okay, master, meditation. I think that that's it. We're good. We're good. So now we just have to drop all of these skill ranks, and my goodness, we're going to have to figure out exactly what to do. with some of these skill ranks. Now, we don't have to spend them right now. We can save them. So, I'm going to let you all consider while I head back to Tatalia. Why are we going to Tatalia, you may ask? And you would be wise to do so. Firstly, I just want to enjoy the, the flying peasants. Secondly...
Come in, come in. Enjoy your stay.
There we go. So, let's see. We need stone skin. We need pain reflection. We need torchlight. Oops. We need bless. Wizard eye. Oh, I'm so glad that you asked. I'll show you. There is a dungeon here, in Tatalia, that we have not yet really been asked to go into, and it's because it comes up as part of the Path of Light, I believe, in terms of actually... I gotta be careful with that spell. That's the one that keeps screwing us over with the townspeople. I don't think that it shows up on Path of Dark as something that we have to do. So we're not going to complete a quest by visiting this location. But it is still worth it to go in there and clean it out. Okay, I think that that's everything. We're just going to put on regeneration because it's very, very good. And we should always have it on. And then, y'all, it's time to go down in the basement. The basement. Which basement, you may ask? Well. So, we've been all over the place. We've been in pretty much every house in the game at this point. Except for one. This one. The wine cellar. A trail of ominous brown stains leads downstairs and into darkness. I'm sure that it's just spilled ale.
This doesn't look too dangerous.
So, these wine racks, first of all, they're full of potions. Now, that's not super useful to us. Okay? Of course, there's some bats, right? Whatever. They're just bats. Not a big deal. But check it out. Yeah, right? Okay, like, let's talk common sense, first of all. It's like the same reason that they don't really have basements in Australia. Like, monsters will spawn there, Minecraft style. We haven't thrown a good old fashioned fireball, if I could speak correctly, in a while.
Too easy.
Oh, and look here. We finally get to tangle with one of these, Queen of the Necromancers. But like I said, you know, Minecraft style, so I mean, if you want an experience farm, sure. You just don't put any torches down there and, you know, it becomes what it is. Okay, so here we go. 227 hit points, AC 18, not too bad. She deals dark damage, which we cannot really defend against or reduce. She casts shrapnel on us, which is nasty. Immune to dark magic, no resistance to light, which doesn't help us. Yeah. So, on the other hand, she's not very resistant to spirit magic, mind, or body. And you know, folks, we've not really gotten to attack a lot with some of these magics. So, like, for example, Flying Fist One of my favorite spells in Might and Magic 6, and you can be guaranteed that in Might and Magic 7, it's just as good. Okay. Now,
Piece of cake.
there we go. So you can tell, because there is a speaker for the dead down here, and she is not a huge challenge by herself for us at this level, but if you came down here at a lower level, she would basically be a mini-boss. Or, well, even maybe just a boss. Now, you know if you've got a fantasy basement, you have to have a secret door. Question is, what does the secret door lead to? Let's find out. Oh, it's this. Check it out. Let's let Seroma have the spotlight for a moment or two. Mind magic. They have the least resistant to spirit magic, so her spellbook is still missing a couple of spells. We will fix that. Probably I'll go shopping between this installment and the next one, and I will try to pad their spellbooks out and actually get everybody all the spells they can learn who's not completely full. But for now, check this out. I picked this up a while ago, and we've not really gotten to cast it. Spirit Lash. You have to be very close, but for 15 SP, weakens the link between the body and soul, causing 10 plus 2 to 8 points of damage per point of skill in spirit magic.
What a scratch!
But I need it fixed.
You literally have to be closer than that, apparently. We're not going to be using Soul Drinker on them, so
But I need it fixed.
let's go ahead and we'll borrow some of those from you, Simone. There we go. Necromancers are the lowest tier of this enemy, of course.
We may have a problem.
Queen of the Dead ranks above Speaker for the Dead. So you can see here, in addition to much higher resistances, more damage, more hit points, more AC, they also cast Dragon Breath and Pain Reflection. Which is
But I need it fixed.
not ideal,
Worse.
even for us. Yeah, it's a good thing that we have preservation on. That is why I cast it. Oh, there we go. See, reflection. This door's... Oh, whoops. I forgot y'all were going to be back there. They chased us. There we go. Stop hitting me.
Come on, can't you see I'm in distress here?
There we go. We'll get these vampires out of the way. About another power cure. Over a short period, regeneration's actually going to restore more than a power cure, but... There we go.
I'm not dead yet.
No, you're not. Okay, let's do another shared life. Actually, believe it or not, the necromancers are not undead. Oh, there's another one of you. Whoop. Yep, the necromancers are alive. It's just the vampires, really.
Just a cut. But I need it fixed.
Let's see. There's another necromancer. See if we'll meet her and convince her to hold position. I like the little come hither gesture they've got, you know, like bring it. For real though, necromancy is like so maligned. Okay, so Lady in Black did not come up the stairs. No harm done. We don't necessarily want her to. I mean, that's not entirely incorrect, as evidenced by, you know,
Too
our
easy.
current situation. Like, we can't say that that's not true.
Ow!
I think what it is that some necromancers just get, like, way too excited about the concept of reduce, reuse, and recycle. Oof. Okay. Let us lead with a power cure. Oof. Okay, she's got pain reflection on. Dang it. And we don't have dispel magic because that's a light spell. Oh, I hate this. She's the reason that this is difficult, honestly.
Ow!
See, look at that. All by herself. Queen of the dead. All by herself. Ah, I hate her. I hate her so much. We can't just wait for pain reflection to wear off either because, Okay, well, we've got pain reflection on too, thankfully. It's the dragon's breath, really. Okay, we've really got to keep our HP up. Let's see. I think, did immolation? No, we still do have it on. Okay. Is there anything that might help us here? Trying to decide whether one spell is better than another, you know.
Just a cut.
Ow!
Listen, small fry. Haha. Okay, great. Good. That's kind of what I wanted. They stepped on our landmine, as it were. We've not used that spell hardly at all, but, like, in the right circumstances. Okay, well, here's what we're going to do right now. Set that as our working beacon. I know that's a little silly because we already have one for Tatalia, but that way we can come right back. What does everything else look like here? Immolation needs to be recast. We'll worry about that in a second. Harmondale. We will just pop right over here.
Do you need medical attention? Take care.
There we go. It's the only fountain you can't drink from. It's a little ridiculous. Okay. Recall back to the wine cellar. We cannot let this one enemy get the best of us. Let me see if I can angle that. Hey, I kinda can. There we go. Now if we can get her to step on those. Come on. Because I promise that she is foolish enough. Come on. The ghosts, of course, float over top of them, as appropriate. Like, that's fair. That's as it should be. Let me see if I can See anything of her at all? A little bit. When she does certain animations. They just go up. So they're just exploding. Like, why? What? Why? They're supposed to last until we leave the map. They're not supposed to have a time limit. Well, that was a wasted endeavor. Okay, there we go.
Ow! Just a cut. But I need it fixed.
Dang it. I think we may just have to confront her. Okay.
We may have
She
a
still
problem
has
with
pain
this
reflection on.
one. We may have a problem with
She's
this
at
one.
full health. Dang it. If we just hit her really hard, maybe. Our advantage here is that we have all day. She's not going to recover health unless we leave the map. I wonder if maybe... Let's see if Rock Blast will work. Y'all remember that from Might and Magic 6? We've not really cast it in this game yet, I don't think.
But a scratch.
Okay, so we did hit her, but Pain Reflection still works.
But a scratch.
That's working, though. That's better than her shooting us with Dragon Breath.
But a scratch.
See, because this way, regeneration is actually healing him just about as fast as
Scratch.
he's getting damaged. Anything? Nothing that time? Okay. Pain Reflection is a little odd about like what damage it actually bounces back on you.
Ow.
There are one or two spells where it doesn't work. Rock Blast, unfortunately, is one of them. But he's doing significant damage. She's only got 400 hit points, so I mean...
But a scratch.
There we go, come on.
But a scratch.
Hey. Oh, I think her Pain Reflection may have worn off. He didn't get hurt that time. Oh, looks like she ran for it, folks. We got her on the run. And if we've got her on the run...
Got him.
that means we can take her out. Let's see. Oh yeah, she's got almost nothing left. We'll just keep the architecture between us and her. And let's see. There we go. Nice, we got her. Okay. Now it's just us and these losers, because I'm pretty sure there's only one Queen of the Dead down here. Man, that really does go to show you, though, like, what a great spell Pain Reflection is. Because look what it did for her. It's one of those spells that, you know, it scales with the power of your enemies, because the harder they hit you, the harder they're going to be hitting themselves. 85 damage in one shot. I love it. You love to see it. There we go. And now we have green awareness gems. So, a button. Y'all know what this button goes to, right? A secret door. It's always a secret door.
Piece of cake.
Ooh, look at this.
Very weak. Very weak. Huh.
And
Very
of course, he's
weak.
going to complain about all of this, but
Very
frankly,
weak.
it's pretty good stuff.
I got it.
Not all of it's going to be the best
Very
treasure in the
weak.
world, but
Huh. Very weak.
that's not bad.
There's no room.
Very weak. Huh.
Tuvok, come
Very
on.
weak.
You got to cut the game
Very
some
weak.
slack. One
Piece of
more.
cake.
Another one of these ideal crossbows. The ideal, the platonic ideal, if
Very
you will.
weak.
Okay, let's see. You can see, now that we have time to stop and kind of look around, check this out, right? So this is the true nature of the wine cellar. Look, the bat up there. See? The fangs. And then, of course, this here. So it's like this was a secret area where a whole vampire coven or cabal or clan or whatever you want to call them was basically using this as a secret place from which to range out and make more vampires. Nothing else. Oh, there we go. I was thinking there's one more
Very
thing.
weak.
Hey, look at that. Whoop. Oh yeah, he
No,
got
there's
hit with
no
dragon
room.
breath, so
It's fixed.
that makes sense,
There's no
honestly.
room.
Guys, I get it. I get it. You're loaded down.
Just
We'll
little
sell
me
stuff in a
fixed
minute.
it. Ah!
Okay, let's see. Yeah, that sounds something
It's
like
fixed.
that's very very Shin Megami Tensei. So what's this boss monster? Oh, that's the platonic
I
ideal
can't fit anymore.
of
Very weak.
you know, insert concept here of warfare, misery, something appropriately epic. So here we go. This is the real reason to come down here, other than to just show it off because it's one of the few remaining side dungeons or optional areas in the game. The Vampire's Cape. Plus 10 intellect and luck. Small wonder such a cloak as this would be found on a vampire. The cloak prevents sunlight from reaching the body, but is unable to protect the face. Which is where we punched them. Plus 10 intellect and luck. Of course, she's got that. That might... It's the same level of armor. He would be losing 6 luck, but gaining 10 intellect. Might be worth it just because it kind of looks cool. Well, it's got a bat motif. I mean, it is what it is. But I'm not mad, though. We'll enchant that. And then this, check that out. This is... I love seeing this. I've mentioned this before. When you find a really powerful enchantment on a super humble item, I just love it. And yeah, exactly. The platonic ideal of bad dads. Let's see. Plus 10 to all resistances. You know somebody has got a ring that is not as good as plus 10 to all resistances. Although we have finally, I'm proud of us. We've gotten our accessories way up there. It's 10 might and personality. Maybe somebody doesn't. Well, their rings are pretty solid. She has the worst resistances, though. Let's see if we can shift something around for Simone. Armor class plus 6, stealing plus 9. Okay, here's what we can do. She can wear this, because the stealing plus 9 is situational. We can carry that with us, and she only needs to put it on when we are about to pick a pocket or rob a shop. Otherwise, she can wear the better ring for, like, you know, combat purposes and things. Let's see what we can make out of this. Whoa, alchemy plus 12? Dang. Man. Well, we haven't stolen yet. We haven't stolen yet, but today that may change. Okay. All right. Go ahead and give a save. Okay, so we've done this. Time to empty our inventory. And I'll refill 2 Vox spell points as well, because that was a lot of rock blasts. But I'm going to let y'all decide where we're going to go next. We have 2 choices. 2 things that we need to do. Just drop this in here. So the first one is, of course, we have a single quest, right? We need to go to Celeste. We need to find Robert the Wise in his house. And now, the quest does say to assassinate him and return to Tolberti in the pit. However, Tolberti himself said that we don't actually have to kill him, we just need to get his control cube. So, this is not a new career. This is not a new career. Now, you've been here for a few episodes. You know how much of this playthrough has been art heists. So, this is just like peak art heist, because we've gone into people's houses. We have gone into people's castles, into their rooms and treasuries. And in those places, we have stolen everything. We have robbed them blind. But what we haven't done yet is we haven't actually picked anyone's pocket. Which is kind of wild when you think about it. We've had the steal skill, like, basically the entire game, for all intents and purposes. But you're right. We haven't used it. Not once. Because we've been fortunate that it's just not been necessary. We have had money every time that we really needed to buy something. And there's only been a few times when we were a little bit short on cash. And even then, it wasn't a huge deal because we've always had, like, quests and things to do. We've had dungeons to go and explore. So, you know, there's always resources available. That means that stealing has not been a priority, even though I've talked about doing it. So now, well, let's just say Robert the Wise is not an easy fight.
Can I help you with anything?
So we can decide that we are going to battle him and take him down.
Thanks. Come again.
And I will leave that up to you. Or we can decide that we're just going to break in invisibly, navigate our way to his house, and then we are going to just steal the control cube from him without a fight. Now, it may take, you know, several attempts, sure, but I believe we can do it. Now, Simone and Zoltan, both of them are just experts. They're not going to be great at it, but this ring of +9 will come in handy. That will help. That means that they'll effectively have about, 17 ranks. Now, against Robert, that's really not that much, I guess. But, that's what loading is for, you know. That's the way I always do it anyway. Now, the other place that we can go is over in the Land of Giants. Remember where the Dragon Cave was at? Well, you may remember also, that's where Colony Zod is located. That's the last outpost of the Kriegans, the devils, here in Arathia. So we can go in there, and Archibald asked us to locate his brother Roland, Queen Catherine's husband from Enroth, the king there, and rescue him. That will be easier if we take care of Robert first. And of course, taking care of Robert also will open up a couple more quests. So, the decision is in your hands, as always. Shall we go after Robert first and try to either steal from him or just kill him and take his control cube? Or shall we go and attempt to rescue Roland and face down the colony full of Kriegans? We can do it in either order. Rescue second. That sounds evil to me. Honestly, we're more evil than Archibald at this point, because at least he broke down and was like, I'm a terrible person, but even I can't stand to see my brother in this kind of condition. I can't let the devils have him. Now this is going to be a little bit funny, because what we're going to actually have to do here is... There we go. So that we don't have to fight the entire City of Angels. We have to teleport to Celeste, because we don't have a Lloyd's Beacon here currently. In Bracada. Which, maybe we should fix, actually. We don't have another one right now, so... I'll go ahead and... We'll set one here in case we need it, and then if we don't, fine, whatever. Then we're going to turn invisible, and we're going to go straight back into Celeste via the front door. Ta-da! Okay. So, here we are in Celeste. And as usual, I'm going to check the shops. If they'll make it easy for me. Let's see. Those things can fly, which means that they eventually do get out of the way. They added so many of them. Let's see. Oh, well, phooey. Dang it. I was wondering how easy they would make it on me this time. Sometimes you can just push straight through. Haha. There we go. Much easier the second time. Let's see. That is what she's using. We could enchant it and see if we get something better. And then if we don't...
Return soon, my friend.
No problem, because when it's enchanted, it'll sell for more and we'll make a profit regardless. Well... Can enchant that too.
I hope I have been of service.
Okay. Gotta keep an eye on Gandalf over here, make sure he doesn't bump into us. Ooh. Oh, well. Haha. Bye, losers. Abort. There we go. We'll just go straight back in. No harm done. We got what we wanted. And now we don't have to worry about it. Celeste has some of the best shops in the game, of course, so it's like, if I'm gonna come up here, I want to check their inventory. Alright. Now, just in case I bump into any angels while I'm up here. So, shops on the left, castle and temple down the center. Over here should be Robert the Wise's house. This one.
We can always come back.
Ah, here we go. Okay.
Let's get out of here.
The unassuming home of someone unimportant, or at least someone who wishes to appear that way.
Come on, let's go in.
Ah, and there he is. You can see he's already hostile. Now they're going to give us some terrain advantage here, see? Tell from the way that this place is built. It may look a little familiar because I think that they reused the design of, or some map assets from, parts of like the Temple of Light and the Temple of Dark. That is so that you can move around from position to position and you can shoot at Robert if you need to. Because Robert's very tough. And you do not want to be in melee with Robert if you can avoid it. Look at this, they gave him a whole arena all to himself. This is a boss room. Alright, so Grandmaster Identify Monster, what can it tell us?
We may have a problem with this one.
There's Robert the Wise. Take a look at that. 880 hit points. That's almost as many as Simone. Armor class 80, 5d5 earth damage, and he can cast Power Cure, an hour of power. He is immune to mind, light, and dark, and has 60 resistance to everything else. So, here we go. We're about to face off with Robert, Bob the Wise. So tell me, are we going to pick his pocket, or are we going to try and kill him? We are villains, so both are valid courses. And both may possibly require multiple saves and loads. So, it is completely up to you. You tell me which strategy you would prefer, because we have not really used the steal skill. We fought some major battles, though, and we've come out okay. So, I'm leaving the choice in your hands. Alright. Well, we're already invisible, so the way that you steal from a character or a target is you just have to control-click on them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save here. And it's already on Zoltan. Now people can notice you, which means that that can break your invisibility. There we go. So, Simone may be our ninja, but Zoltan has been our kind of sneaky character for so much of the game. I'm going to let him have this. And we're going to see if he can actually pull it off. Now, of course, if he notices us, he's going to turn hostile. That would be a bad thing. Let's see how bad it gets. Oop, Zoltan was caught stealing, but did he get anything, though? No. It also didn't break our invisibility, though. He was caught. It doesn't break your invisibility every time. Now, you'll notice, though, that it also, quite ridiculously, is going to affect our reputation. that's not breaking our invisibility. Nice. See, look at this. That may be a feature of the patch that I'm using. In which case, it's also possible they may have patched it out to where we can't steal from him. I don't think that's the case, though. Because this is explicitly one of the functions of the steal skill. Like, you know, Telberti tells you that it's okay if you don't want to kill him, if you don't want to fight him. Okay, so he was caught stealing, that's fine, but did he get anything? No. Oh no, minus 23. Our reputation here in Celeste is so bad. Oh man. This is already taking a lot of clicks. And I mean, whatever. It's just clicks. It's not like we're getting halfway through a fight and then having to reload it, but still. See, the problem is that the DC, so to speak, or the target number to steal from him is so high. The idea is that you're supposed to have Grandmaster stealing by the time you get to this point in the game, if you're going to do it this way. So I think that it's still possible to steal from him with only expert stealing, but it's like, you know, it might be a 1 in 200 or you know, 1 in 500 chance or something like that, which means there's no telling how long it could take, how many clicks it could take or attempts before we actually get what we want. I'll try a few more times here, and then if it doesn't look feasible, if this proves to be a non-viable course of action, then we will just attack him. Yeah, I don't think that this is going to work with just expert stealing, even with Zoltan wearing that ring. I'm just not sure that it's gonna happen. I think we may have to kill him, you guys. Yeah, basically. It's like, well, time for plan B. Draws sword. Okay, well, if that's the case, then here we go. I'm going to go ahead and we are more effective in melee, but it means we can't use Dragon's Breath. We can do other stuff, though. I think it's mostly going to be physical attacks, though.
We may have a problem with this one.
53 damage. This might not be too bad. It depends on how hard he hits us. At least we have pain reflection. That will definitely help. Okay, let's see. We can't use Dragon Breath, but 10 plus 1 to 10. 25 plus 1 to 10. 15 plus 1 to 15. Well, we can't use Toxic Cloud because he's immune to dark, so...
Ow!
We may have a problem with this one.
The main problem is that he will heal himself. See, look at that.
Tis but a scratch.
But I need it fixed.
Ow!
Okay, let's see. Let's just pound the attack,
Ow.
because he's not hitting us
But I
that
need it
much.
fixed.
Now you'll see protection from magic go off sometimes because he does have like some instant death attacks. Sort of like the Minotaur Lords.
We may have a problem with this one.
So the problem is he gets to attack and heal himself Like, every time.
We may have a problem with this one.
Oh, great.
Ow!
Barely hurts.
Just a cut, but I need it fixed.
Okay, well, at least he's not healing himself. Come on. See, it's just when he heals himself like every single turn, that's what sucks.
Ow!
Because
We
his
may have
power
a
cure is
problem
really
with this
good. We do have everything on, yes. Okay. Just wanted to check.
We may have a problem.
Okay, well,
with
we
this
got him in the yellow.
Barely hurts.
Now, y'all have to do, just like I've told you before, keep an eye on this purple icon here, and when that wears off, you've got to let me know if I don't see it, so that Seroma can put protection from magic back on. Otherwise, we will lose this fight. Probably pretty quickly.
We may have a problem with
But I
this
need
one.
it fixed.
There you go, guys. Come on, big hits. Big hits.
Ow!
So he has the chance to just eradicate us, basically. So we've got to keep protection from magic up. Oh, he's under halfway. Ooh,
Ow.
thank you, Simone. Now he's down in the red.
We may have a problem with this one.
Okay. Oh, he's repositioning. Zoltan and Simone are really carrying this fight because of that massive
But I
physical
need
damage.
it fixed.
Yeah, there you go. Run into a corner, you silly person. Trap yourself, absolutely. Oh. Okay, I see protection from magic has gone off. Gotta get that back on. Gotta get back into melee.
We may have a problem
Okay.
with this one.
Good, now that he's not spamming power cure nearly as
Ow.
much, that is helpful.
Ow!
Oh! He killed himself. Well, that's helpful. You found an item. Cube. And there it is, the control cube. And it uses exactly the same sprite as in Might Magic 6. Small black cube of an unidentifiable metal. Well, we know that Seroma can't be trusted with this.
I don't know.
Very weak.
And a second blaster. Yes, indeed. He does drop one of those. Okay, well. So we have what we came for. And that wasn't nearly as bad a fight as it usually is. Or as it can be. And you know what? This is our house now. Okay, well. Time to report back to Tolberti. I was about to say, I don't know why I go to the right every single time. Especially because he and the gang are over there, like, on the left, but it doesn't make any difference because it joins back around in the center in front, and... Okay. Tolberti's house. Here we go. We'll have Tuvok report. I love the just such a random animation. You know, just like in Animal Crossing. One of many fantastical furniture items you too can have in your home. Tolberti takes the cube. This brings us very close to completing our plan. I know Castor hasn't told you exactly what the plan is, but you'll like it, I'm sure. I'm not allowed to say much, but I can tell you your position will be much higher than simply Lords of Harmondale. You can count on that. You will find Castor in his place on the throne of Castle Gloaming. Well, so... there we go. Assassinated Robert the Wise. And look at that. 5 whole levels worth of experience points from one quest, y'all. One quest. Because you know the wine cellar was not, like, responsible for all that. You know. Always a pleasure to see you, lords. Check this out. He can still teach us Dark Magic Grandmaster, of course. But he can also teach us Ancient Weapon Grandmaster. Haha. Check this. So, we know that that's a skill now, just like in Might and Magic 6. And, strike the devils. Soon our plans will bear fruit, but there are a few details that must be handled before we are ready. The Cregan, also known as the devils, share this world with us. The only reason we're sharing is because they are weak right now. If they ever get strong, they will try to kill every person in the world. Anyway, it's no fun to rule a world full of dead people, so we have to kill the devils before they kill us. Our plan is for you to infiltrate the devil's lair, destroy their leader, Xenofex. The warlocks of Nion have dug a tunnel from their volcano to the land of the giants, the land of the devils. You can probably use that tunnel to get there. Oop, excuse me. So, here's the real reward for that quest. Check it out. We now all have the blaster skill for free. A weapon from before the silence. Their making has long since been lost. Expert and master blasters gain double and triple accuracy with these awesome weapons. Grandmasters gain quintuple the effect of the skill. So, you may recall from Might and Magic 6, towards the end of that series, we got to use some blasters. Blasters are super fast. So even if they don't deal a whole lot of damage, like 3d5 plus 8, right? Versus 5d2 plus 8. Okay. So they might not deal an enormous amount of damage, but they shoot so fast that if the whole party is equipped with blasters, you basically become like a mini cannon of death. That's really great. And now, we're going to go to Colony Zod anyway. Castor wants us to slay Xenofex and return to him, so we're going to do that. But first, it's been a while since we got an update. Let's see. So, acting at the behest of our new allies in Deja, my lords have brought a set of valuable soul jars that necromancers need to complete the Ritual of Eternity to Castor, chief advisor to Lord Ironfist. The warlocks of Nion are capable alchemists but incompetent defenders. From the telling of it, taking the soul jars was so pathetically easy that I doubt our new enemies in Nion can mount a credible counterstrike. The ready availability of the soul jars will strengthen our allies tremendously. Overall, this is a fine thing, but I cannot help but detect a note of discord in Archibald's court. Reports coming from Deja are saying that orders given by Archibald and his advisors frequently conflict, and Archibald doesn't always prevail when decisions need to be made. It's almost as though there were two factions vying for control of Deja, and Archibald merely represents one of them. I hope this isn't true. Being linked with a strong ally protects us from attack, but when that strong ally begins to look weak, watch out. So, we've not read some of these. We're getting them kind of all at once. The High Temple of Light. Yeah, we did read that one. Clanker's Laboratory. Here we go. Lord Ironfist ordered an attack upon alchemist Clive Clanker's laboratory. which my lords have carried out with skill and precision. Even now, his necromancers search the laboratory for traps and treasures left behind by alchemists. Putting an even greater strain on court relations is a successful raid from the Wizards of Bracada against the Souljar treasury in the pit. This disaster is sure to cause conflicts within the already tense court of Deja. Without Souljars, necromancers will be unable to complete the ritual to become liches. I think our allies are about to fall to fighting. Already sorceress duels are being fought on the surface above the pit between members of the two factions. I hope my lords can figure out who will be on the winning side and join them before the dust settles, because picking the wrong side is sure to have consequences. Thankfully, whichever side we back is going to be the winning side because we're the protagonists. Ooh, assassination. Archibald Ironfist, former leader of our allies in Deja, has moved to Clive Clanker's old laboratory. Until recently, the laboratory had been happily chugging along, selling enchanted weapons and equipment to anyone who had enough money, including the pirate empire of Regna. Having employed the pirates as mercenaries during the Succession War in Enroth, Archibald knew of their wealthy alchemical suppliers. The fact that this wealth existed made for an excellent smokescreen covering the real reasons behind Archibald's manipulation of my lords to further his ends. The recent tension between Archibald and his new advisors has been well documented. Factionism and discord have created an intolerable situation in Deja, so bad that one side had to leave. Archibald's science necromancers attacked Clanker's laboratory not for the alchemical treasures, but for the living space. Perhaps this is for the better. It is clear Castor's faction is the stronger of the two, and he clearly intends further dealings with my lords. Something big is in the air, something that will surely show itself soon. I like how our court historian is kind of like more on board as time passes. It's like he started out sort of unsure and just like, man, I hope that this doesn't suck. It sure would be awful if they failed and screwed us over like the last 30 lords of Armandale. But, like, now he's kind of into it. He's like, yeah, those warlocks are pathetic. Screw them. Huh. Okay. Well. Have a couple things that we want to enchant. And then maybe we should start dropping some of those free points that we have into the blaster skill. What do you say? Double damage versus Titans. Double damage versus Elves. Oh my goodness. Tuvok, what are you doing?
There's no room.
Plus 10 to all resistances. Hey, now that's not bad. It's the Mind's Eye. Might plus 16. AC 13. What's his? Regenerate hit points. Phynaxian Helmet's armor plus 10, and that's 12. That is pretty solid. This one looks more evil, but I think this one may be better overall. Okay, well. Time to rest and recover. So we're going to use resistance from fire. So at Grandmaster level like we are now, most buffs tend to last approximately 1 hour per point of skill, like give or take. There are a few differences. So you can see here, Tuvok's Featherfall, his Fly, his Shield, and his Wizard Eye last for 15 hours instead of 10 hours. That is because he has a ring that is giving him plus 50% scaling bonus to the number of ranks that he has in his air magic skill, versus his fire resistance and torchlight are lasting for 10 hours. And that's because he has 10 ranks in Grandmaster Fire Magic. Similarly, you can see for Seroma that like protection from magic lasts for 10 hours, versus Heroism lasts for over 15 hours. That's because she too has a ring, the Ghost Ring, that we got from the Haunted Mansion, which is giving her plus 50% to her Spirit Magic skill. So there are some, usually the ones that are listed down here when you have to right-click on your character portrait versus the ones up here that are listed in the buffing section tend to last a little bit less time and have to be recast more often. Now, not all of them, because you can see Regeneration and Hammer Hands also are lasting about 10 hours. Bless lasts for 16 hours, but Pain Reflection and Preservation only last for 5. It's about that time, folks. You know what? Here's something interesting.
We may have a problem with this one.
Sonic Shock, Sparks, immune to air and mind. At some point, we probably would be well served, not just for the experience points, but because Titans have really good loot on them. And there are so many Titans and Dragons on this map. We ought to come over here and, like, spam Armageddon the way that we have been doing on other maps. Maybe not today, though. Because today, we're going to go ahead and cut things just a tiny bit short. Simply because we don't have enough time remaining to do all of Colony Zod, I don't think. So that will be our next video. I'm going to go ahead and put this one to bed by asking you, if you don't already, to give me a follow if you enjoyed this. Please do go and take a look at the rest of this series and at my other Let's Plays, both solo, with just you folks, and with my wonderful husband, Specific Pixel, over on my YouTube channel. And follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Pillow Fort so that you can keep updated on everything that I'm doing here on the channel. And, of course, I always want your input on what we're going to be doing next. Not just here in this adventure, but also what games do you want to see me play? Let me know if you have an opinion, because Might and Magic 7 is about to wrap up. And next comes Betrayal in Antara, your third requested game for the channel. So, yeah, I'll see you back here next Saturday. 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's New York and Miami time here in the U.S., when we will breach Colony Zod and destroy the Kregan presence once and for all. I'll catch you then. Until then, as always, thanks for playing.